From the heartland of America and the gateway to the West, good morning, good evening, wherever you may be across the nation, around the world. I'm George Norrie. Welcome to Coast to Coast AM. Great program for you in store tonight. Why was the Great Pyramid of Giza built? In a moment, Scott Crichton joins us live from the United Kingdom. His latest work is The Great Pyramid Void Enigma. He'll tell us his thoughts on Coast to Coast AM. And welcome back to Coast to Coast. George Norrie back with you. Scott Crichton with us as we go live to the United Kingdom. His latest work is called The Great Pyramid Void Enigma. Scott is a communication network engineer with a lifelong passion for ancient Egypt. For almost 2 decades, he has immersed himself into intense research in an attempt to make sense of the many mysteries of the most famous civilization there, ancient civilization. His many articles, books, radio, and television appearances have brought an entirely new perspective and understanding of our ancient past and simultaneously presented orthodox Egyptology with some considerable challenges to its own narrative. Scott, welcome back to the program. How are you?
I'm very well, George. Nice to be back on Coast to Coast. It's been a while.
It's been a while, but it's always good to have you on the show. Your work is just fantastic. How did you get interested in Egypt?
Well, I think probably just like most people, George, I'm just fascinated by history. I think from when I was a young child, really. Just wondering how did we get to where we are, But as you get older and begin to question, our origins, Egypt is the natural place really to start because, let's face it, it's the oldest civilization that we know about. So, it gives us the oldest writings in the world, the ancient Egyptian pyramid texts. So, in my opinion, Egypt is the key to understanding how we got to where we are.
And let me ask you this, Scott. The Great Pyramid at Giza has been considered to be many things: a pharaoh's tomb, a power plant, a water pump, to name a few. But you have your own thoughts on why you think it was built. And we'll get into the possibilities of how it was built later. But why do you think the Great Pyramid was built?
Okay. Egyptologists are partly right. They've got a bit of the story correct, but as